Number 6. Boy oh boy, Dying Light 2. What potential this game had to be such a fantastic sequel to the already brilliant Dying Light 1. But instead, rather than focusing on zombies and the scary parts of the game and the more interesting parts of the game, you get more humans. I am tired of seeing humans in every single zombie game. Have them split it up, have them there in little bits and bobs across the city, but have it more focused on the zombies, on the runners, on the things at night that make you scary, make it a fun game. Story wise, it's passable, it's fun to a certain extent, slow and it's enjoyable. Voice acting and acting once again is a bit phoned sometimes. But other than that, it's still, despite the minor grievances I have, it's still quite a fun game. The exploration is still quite fun, despite some new annoying mechanics, which mechanics are a bit rushed. Climbing's fun, always fun in this game. Parkour was the best thing in this game. But other than that, it's my number 6, bottom of the list of my lists, because it's passable, it's average, it's a 6 out of 10. Nothing special, nothing great, nothing perfect, which was frustrating because the first game was really good and really fun. This one seems to be a step backwards, so hopefully in future, if they do make a Dying Light 3, they can be better, be less a rambling zombie and more of a powerful, fearful predator. That's what I want, please. More scary things in this game. No more humans, please. And number 5. Wellity, what a perfect game this is. Well, it's not quite perfect, but it's definitely close to being perfect. For a few weeks, to say to a month, it's all everywhere. Everyone's Twitter, everyone's Facebook, everyone's timeline. This is all anyone can talk about, and for good reason. Although being quite a simple premise, simple game, it's highly enjoyable. Just being a cat, and sometimes you just need a simple game, just a simple mechanic, a simple feature, a simple premise to make it a really highly enjoyable game. I love being a cat. I love the fact that you can meow, you can do cat things, you can knock things off the shelves, you can curl up, you can purr. All the brilliant thing about being a cat. Although I have to make a confession, like in my review, I am a dog person. But with this game being quite successful, I can hardly talk about, maybe you could go towards a dog thing. I'd love to be a dog, I just want to be a dog in a game. Please, can someone make a good dog game? But this game is highly enjoyable and definitely, although being quite short and quite simple, it's still a highly enjoyable game, like I said. So if you do get a chance, I would say go out, pick it up, and you definitely won't be sorry, because like I said, being a cat is great, the story being simple but also effective. Being from a small studio, it makes it look very pretty, the art style is brilliant, it's definitely a fun game to play. It's for all ages, apart from a few scary bits for little kids here and there, but it's definitely a game I'd say to pick up this Christmas if you did get a chance. Because who doesn't like being a cat or being an animal or being something kind of cute? Number 4. Everyone's kung fu dream had come true this year. Although I believe it was released last year, I'm going to count it as this year's game because that's when I picked it up. For every young boy and girl, man or woman wants to live their kung fu dreams, this game is near enough perfect. Although when it first released, I do believe it was quite challenging, which might have put a few people off. They since have released a new mode, making it a bit more manageable, although still challenging. Well, new modes, but so it's still challenging, but you can still enjoy it, which I did this year. Although my biggest gripe with this game in my review is that it was far too short, offering you 2 different endings, good and bad. Add little replay value to it, but hopefully by this time of the year it's a bit less, it's more cheaper now, more affordable, and I think around this time of year, if it is more affordable, definitely get the chance, pick it up, because like I said, it is challenging, it is fun, it's got a very good mechanic in terms of the agent system where you die, you get more experience, you can learn new moves, but the older you get, obviously less health you have, that kind of stuff, and I like to see that implemented in more games. It's definitely one of the funnest games I played this year because the combat is fast, responsive, impactful, and just visually great. I can't wait to see what they do in the future of this game because it's definitely a game worth picking up, especially if you love your kung fu, you're a fan of Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, all those good action stars. This is definitely a game you'll love. Or And it's definitely a game that gives you a bit of a challenge as well, like I said. My only gripe with this game was that the fact that it was so short, what I paid for was a bit too expensive. And that's the argument I'm going to have with most games, and most gamers, is that, value for money. How much replay can you get out of it? I know this game was fantastic, it looks amazing, sounds great, visually it's very appeasing, combat wise it's brutal, it's fun, it's fast, it's frenetic, but price wise at the time I was a bit unhappy with it. But given the fact it's probably a bit cheaper now, I definitely say pick it up because it's one of the games that I really did enjoy. Hence why it's at my number 4, not my number 5, not number 6, number 4. Number 3. Number 3. Well, another sequel on my list. You're going to see quite a few of them on my list because that's what I've been playing this year. Now this game, like the first one on this list, had a lot to live up to. And for the most part, I suppose it did. For a lot of people it was a lot of the same with a few new features. I, for the most part, really did enjoy it. I don't like some directions they went in the stories. Some of the characters can be quite annoying, but other than that, it's still quite a fun game to enjoy. It's very similar to the first one, which was Horizon Zero Dawn, and it's still very much the same game, but it's quite fun. It's still a very enjoyable experience. It's a very long game, but you do get your money's worth. The main characters are still fantastic. The action is still fun. Very simple, crafting system, fighting system, that kind of stuff. But then obviously you can ride machine dinosaurs, which is always good. And that's the bit I like the most about this. It's always the creativity they have with the world, the enemies you face, the machines you face. That's probably the best aspect of this game. Some of the characters, like I said, can be annoying. Some of the story decisions were a bit questionable and I wasn't a fan of them. But overall, I'd definitely say this is one of the games you should be picking up this year, or at least giving it a go when it comes to sale or comes to receiving stream service. Because despite the fact it is very much the first game copied, near enough, it's visually fantastic, it's visually stunning, it's a fun game, it's definitely a game worth trying, definitely a game worth owning, I'd say. And just give it a chance picking up. I'm sure you'll enjoy it like I did, and you definitely let me know what you think about some of the story choices, because they really did kind of take a left field. I'm thinking, oh wow, this is where you've gone. But yeah, good game, check it out. And number 2. God of War Ragnarok. This is a game everyone has been waiting for a very, very long time. Given the success of the first game, how it took already existing character, changed it, rewrote the whole kind of way we saw that guy, how we perceived Kratos, and made it into something really spectacular and amazing and fun, and we cared about the character. So this game had a lot to live up to, like most of the sequels this year. And once again, for the most part, story wise, beat wise, action wise, graphically wise, sound, visual, all that, it surpassed the original game quite a bit. I did have some kind of meh feelings towards the end. It's more how I feel personally compared to how the game. I did have some questions about who they chose for certain characters. They didn't seem to fit in for me, being a Norse mythology kind of game. Although it is loosely based on it, it still felt a bit out of place. But apart from a few little gripes here and there, this is what games you have to own. It's simple as that. It's one of the best games I've played, one of the best experiences I've had, despite a few gripes. That's my personal preferences. It's fantastic. It's amazing. It's definitely one of the better sequels we've seen this year. So pick it up. I promise you, you have a great time. Number 1. Well, ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, this is my game of the year, Elden Ring. From the first moment you walk out into this open, massive world, it just changes everything. I have loved the game series from Software since Bloodborne. I've played Sekiro, I've played Demon Souls, and I've played all the Dark Souls. With this game, it's the best in the series. It's one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had. You can go from corner to corner, from underground to overground to different places in the world, and always find something new. For me, this is the most welcoming game in the whole experience. If you're new to the series, this is a game I say to play because it gives you enough chances to grow the game, experience it. Still a challenge, but still be able to do it and still enjoy yourself. which is the main thing about gaming this year. This is one of the most best experiences I've had in the game. I love every second of it, every moment of it. So anyway guys, that's my top 6 games of the year. Hope you guys had a good year. I'll see you soon. Don't forget to keep safe, keep strong. I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye, 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 bye. And done. Well, the year anyway. See you next year. Bye.